So, Thiveron, essentially these little buggers are acting like constantly moving magic missiles. And essentially they poke you for 8 damage, and Prava, they poke you for 4 damage.
Okay, I have a question about that then. If they are like magic missiles, are they going to get attacks of opportunity if I move?
No.
Okay.
I can outright tell you, they won't. They're too small. You can brush them away.
Okay.
So, Aiden.
Right. At this point, Aiden has taken a few serious hits, and you see that he is not amused. With one hand, he puts his glasses into his pocket. With the other hand, he just, in frustration, slams it into the concrete below him. Okay, that's enough out of you guys. And he immediately starts bolting out of cover, and with a running start, I want to jump right next to this guy and attempt to... I'm assuming that his hands are still on the minigun, right?
Yes.
Can I use this to try and wrestle control of the minigun away from him and fire at his boy right in front of him?
No.
No?
You'd have to get him off of the gun.
Okay, I'll still use the ability on him then and CQC him. First I wanna roll from my trick attack. Yeah!
The thing is, you're basically making just a combat maneuver to trip him, because that is specifically meant to allow you to grapple through objects.
Ah, okay, never mind. I'll just use my normal trick attack with CQC then. Actually, wait, since I haven't done an item interaction, I'll pull out my Gilded Fang and I'm just gonna stab him with my combat knife.
Alright, I guess.
So...
Nope.
no, that's the damage. Don't worry about that part, because it's about to get good.
What do you mean damage? You missed.
Oh, the check is 40. Fuck. Ah, never mind. Well, he's flat-footed until my next turn, I guess. That's me. I'm done.
Thiveron.
Okay, so I am going to risk the attack of opportunity from this dude guy as I make an actual move away.
Alright, let me roll.
Into the fog.
Does hit, but I will hit you with only 1d8 worth damage, which is 4 damage.
That's okay. Luckily, Fog Dog is now online.
Okay, and then Thiveron takes his flute and starts playing it and channels a spell through the flute called Song of the Cosmos.
Oh, a new thing.
Yes. 10 plus, so 12, DC 16.
Alright, so these guys have failed. This guy passed. This guy failed.
Let's hope the big boy failed.
He passed.
Damn it.
And so did this dude. And I think... Hang on, there's so many rolls I did.
Yeah, as soon as I came up with that idea, I was like, I'm sorry, Ash.
So yeah, you basically dazed all these in front of you.
Well, not dazed, they're fascinated. They can take absolutely no actions as they fixate on the source of the fascination for one round.
You almost see the interconnected psychic weave, and you play your music, interrupting the almost insect-like communication they have. The big guy seems displeased.
My magic's better than yours.
Doof, doof, doof.
Oh, he's in the fog. Now the Fog Dog strikes.
We'll see.
You will see.
That's pretty big. I have a feeling that I might magic better than him, but I probably definitely don't smash things into the ground better than he does.
And he hits, as you see on his other arm, you see this blade that looked like part of his arm, so he come forward, and he slashes it downwards. And I will roll the damage out in the open.
Oh, did you roll a mischance?
He can see you.
Oh no.
Oh shit!
This guy's asking for another mind thrust. That's what he's asking for.
And he deals 15 damage to you. Turns out the huge creature is not to be messed with. And he does not like you specifically. I'm just clear. He looks like he's gunning for you. It's like, first you hit me, then you control my minions, you little shits. Kuzon, you see combat within the fog. You see all these shapes just.
So yeah, for me, I don't have line of sight on most of these guys, right? Woof.
Sadly, that misses. He managed to dodge out of the way just in time. Just.
Alright, I'll use the rest of my movement and like press up against this wall.
You can't move after you've attacked.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
really?
can.
Shoot.
No.
I'm sorry. I keep on making assumptions. Sorry.
Yeah, sadly,
So-
it's not like 5e.
The melee guys are completely locked down, thinking, God, that's some beautiful flute playing. And these guys, you know what? This guy with a Gatling gun, he's going to attempt to turn it around and he's firing just
Can I
as you.
try to somehow stop him since
I
I'm on
would
top of him with
say-
CQC?
I would say you can't stop him, but you can take an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Trip him. Disarm him as an attack of opportunity.
Never mind, I'm not down for anything.
Right. So, as you are standing there, you see him like go "Askia" and put his palm upwards and grasp. And as he does, you see these almost chitinous like tendrils burst from the ground, grabbing you and slamming you into the ground, basically tripping you up. And as it does, given your failed willpower save, you were kind of shaken, as you are shaken for only 1 round. Didn't roll higher, but you're shaken for 1 round. Well, you might as well try here, and I'll roll this out in the open to see if he can even hope to achieve this.
What's he doing?
He's using the same spell used on Kuzon on you,
Ah, yeah, I see.
Nope.
Nope.
so he's unable to do it. But he had an extra thing, so he tried. Prava.
Right, so question about full attacks. Can I full attack 2 separate targets? Can I do like 1 attack to one, 1 to the other, or does that have to be the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Stage 2 photon attunement, activate plasma sheath, and I'm gonna use my symbiote to full attack these 2 bugs.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Wow. Both the exact same damage as well. You may have rolled 1 on the damage on each of them, but that critical made up for it as you immediately, like with a tendril that looks like liquid metal, just slash as you cut them both in half.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Very nice.
Badass.
And
So-
that's my whole turn, so...
But I'm a winner.
Okay. I was paying attention this time. I was on it.
There you
I did
go.
have a question for movement. So like I know I have 30 feet, but does that include diagonal movement or is it
Basically, all you have to do is do this and drag it from you, and it will tell
Oh.
you how far you've gone.
excellent? So then I'm gonna use overheat and hit this guy.
This
Nice.
thing,
And if they pass, they take half damage.
as they only have 10 HP each.
And the fire, it kind of looks as if a swarm of fireflies, like literally made of fire, burst out of the palm of her hands, engulfing anything in its path.
The swarm of bugs killed the swarm of bugs.
Yes.
Nicely done. All right then. I got a roll. Well, it's not fascinated anymore by the music. It is on fire. It had 2 rolls to do, but it's stuck there.
This is fine.
It's just floating there. This is fine too.
Yeah.
Aiden.
I mean, like, it's not fascinated anymore because it was attacked.
Yes.
I'm going
Oh
to...
right, hang on a minute. That's right. Because it was attacked, it's not fascinated straight away,
Yep.
isn't it? Oh, okay then. Thank you for reminding me.
Yep.
Just quickly.
So yeah, that's
Oh
a good.
no.
2 damage to you, Rare. Wait.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to try and finish this boy off. Let's start with the trick attack. Maybe I'll hit something one of these days. There we go. Now comes the big one. Come on, for once let's hit, okay? Roll. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna assume 15 is not enough. Even with the -2.
Actually, these guys aren't the same as the other guys. These guys are actually weak to physical damage.
Oh, thank God.
As you actually have hit him because you had a -2 on him, and plus he's already fucked up.
So that's 25 damage.
How do you deal with him?
Since I was already locked in melee, I just... since my knife was in my left hand, I toss it to my right hand to make him look. Then I uppercut him, and as his neck is exposed, I just dig my knife and plunge it into his neck. And
Nicely done.
as he is falling backwards and I'm pulling my knife out, I'm just gonna kick him away and get behind the minigun.
Alright then. Thiveron.
Okay, locked in Mortal Kombat with this thing. I'm going to take a 5-foot step here, and then I'm going to use my last 2nd level spell to Mind Thrust again. At level 2. So 20 points of damage on a failure, 10 points of damage on a successful DC 16 will save.
Let me roll. Oh my god, he actually failed.
Haha!
And that
Mind Thrust is
decreases
cool.
even more. Jesus. He has such a high will, I thought he would never
That's the
like
second
fail
one.
that. Remember, even if you have high things, there's always a chance to fail.
The thing about
That's
Thiveron's
true.
Mind Thrusts is he always crit fails the damage, but it's still so fucking good.
So I rolled an 8, 6, a 5, and then a 1. So I rolled above average on 2 of those dice.
Right then. So this guy, he has had enough of your shenanigans. He does not like your shenanigans one little bit.
Oh god!
Oh, you're going in line for me. How nice.
I want to use the minigun.
You can
That
get on the other
doesn't-
side of it and use it.
You're just both elbowing each other. No, it is my turn on minigun.
Actually, this is a unique thing because he can actually occupy the same space. So I would say I would allow it since he's so small.
Yeah, I have
It's
the
just about
feat
feet, right?
specifically scurry that lets me like squeeze in the tight spaces and share spaces with teammates.
I just kind of imagine Aiden just has his arms under your armpits, so you're both.
Just it's like, yeah, let's do this.
Can I? So is this thing visible? I guess if there's a line, right? But then again, Thiveron's there, so I can't just spray.
You can attempt to hit him; it's just a mischance. But you've got these guys to shoot at anyway.
Yeah, I'll take out. I think I should probably. Well, no, he's no. I remember. I'm gonna shoot this guy.
This is an energy weapon, by the way. You've seen it fire
Oh.
before.
Oh, it is an energy. Okay, I'll shoot this guy.
It's an energy Gatling.
So do you want me to just roll with the laser rifle?
Yeah, just roll for your laser rifle.
Oh yeah, that guy's still exo targeted by me. I didn't change it.
Sorry, I'm back. I see a huge new line directly aimed at me. What happened?
He fired a beam, hit
You
both
took
you
18
and
points of
Thiveron.
damage.
Yes, you're already shaken, and also Kuzon climbed into your arms and is coming on the Gatling gun with you.
Oh, Kuzon, you want a hug? I didn't know you cared.
But actually, this person's exo targeted by me, so it actually cancels out the shaken. Which is nice. So I'll fire at the bug. Ah, damn.
Oh no.
This guy I hit him, so he was instantly not.
I think you're in a bad position though, because they have no other targets.
Oh no.
Let's see.
Well, it was
That
nice
one-
meeting you, Bryn.
That one misses. However, this one does hit.
Bryn.
Right.
My name is Bryn, you asshole. Ah! 7
Run.
damage you take. Because one of them actually missed. So not too bad. Yep, he's going to imbue this thing's attacks with poison.
'Tis forbidden.
It's forbidden. Buffing the boss.
No.
Prava.
Great. I'm gonna jetpack over to here. And then centered around this point here, I'm going to unleash the light of the sun.
Oh no. This guy is actually injured. And this guy is just disintegrated. It's like boom, just this massive flaming explosion as one of them's taken out.
This small little like blue star flickers into existence, and then the guy standing in front of Bryn just melts. Just
Speaking of Bryn, it's your turn.
Alrighty. I am starting to run a little bit low on spell slots, so we're going to. I'm gonna try to get rid of the little bug guy in front of me.
There it is.
still a one.
Still one, Vok. Still a one.
Okay.
But hey,
That's
at least
fine, I
that's
got
how
it.
it works.
Oh wait,
So-
so that I did roll it right?
Yeah, you
Oh,
did
I thought
roll it right,
I
right
thought I
that
put it
time.
wrong again.
No, you did it right. It's just that it's a 1 again.
Okay. Good.
So you,
By the way,
you
if you wanna
throw out
save
this little
time,
beam.
if you wanna save time on some of the rolls you've made, you can use the arrow keys to basically scroll through some of your past rolls, and you can basically save them up like that and just have them ready.
The little bug deals 4 damage to you.
Oh, rude.
It's almost dead, but not completely.
Considering this looks like a cantrip spell, is it? She should probably make a button for it on her sheet just automatically.
Rolls, yeah. But Aiden, it's your turn.
Kuzon's
Who's
got
on
the
sitting in your
minigun,
arms?
right?
You can still use it. He's in the same space as you.
Yeah, okay, he's using the minigun, but I'm going to jump off, and I'm gonna reintroduce myself to this boy with my knife in hand. Trick attack. I'm gonna assume that's...
Mhm.
The first is a 44, I don't know why I rolled twice, sorry.
That's fine.
So yeah, I'm gonna flat-foot him, and then as he's running away and trying to buff the boss, I'm not going to do anything because I crit failed again. Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, nice. No, that's okay.
Come on.
That's okay.
My turn? Okay, I'm going to make a step over here, and then I'm going to use a level 1 mind thrust on him.
Thiveron's just gonna solve the boss with mind first. That's what we're doing here right now.
If he crits, you can probably
We are
kill it.
locked in Mortal Kombat, a whole 6 damage if he fails a DC 15. If he passes, then it's 3 damage.
Okay, that wasn't
Oh,
as
I wasn't
impressive.
muted. I apologize for that. Yes. Anyway, you do hit actually. And he deals full damage. However, he's still on his he's still on his feet. He's like, "Argh."
It's okay. Thiveron is very impressed with himself for not being dead right now. He's winning the battle of wills, though.
Let's see. What should he do? He's angry at Prava too. But still, Thiveron's right there. So is Aiden. Kuzon's up there.
He's angry at so many people.
Yeah, there's just so many people who's pissed him off.
We're a very frustrating group.
Yeah, you know, he's just had like kind of a rough day. Like his wife like argued with him about him not making enough money when he got up today, and he went to work and he slipped in some coffee, and now he's at work and he's got this like weird dog melting his brain.
I'm gonna use one of his abilities.
I don't know, man. That sounded oddly specific there for a second.
You see him like leap up into the air, hit the roof, and then bounce back down right on top of you. And he's going to immediately swipe and attempt to attack both you, Thiveron, and Aiden at the same time. Since you are
I
both
don't
within
like
his
this.
range.
Isn't there a wall between them though?
That's a barrier, but they're not in melee. Cover doesn't count
Oh,
because
okay.
he's still in range. You can just slash there, go up above, and slash back there. So he attempts it, and Thiveron, you'll be happy to know he misses you.
Oh, thank God.
Aiden,
He can't.
I mean, thank Talbot.
I am
Thank
sorry.
Talbot.
He can't hit me.
I am sorry.
How? How is this humanly possible? This armor is shit.
I am sorry. I rolled a 90, and he just hit your AC. I don't know how.
And you told me, dude, you're not gonna need this much armor for way until level 10. Bullshit.
No, hang on. No, hang on. I'm wrong.
I'm wrong. I actually rolled a natural 20.
And it's a critical hit?
No, I gotta roll it again because I did the exact same thing that Ryan did.
He actually rolled against your armor durability and broke your brand new armor.
No, there goes like 3 months of saving up.
No, and he does miss. I apologize. He misses by 1.
Jesus fuck, that's still way too close.
I apologize for that. Kuzon, you're left hanging on the
Alright.
Gatling gun.
I guess I should just target the big guy, huh?
God, I was so close. I was so hoping to Aiden again just so I could piss him off. Anyway, yes, you can aim
I'll
at
use
whoever
my-
you want.
I'll use my move action and target him with him to my exo targeting target. And let's see if I can do one shot, even one shot this fight. I believe.
Kuzon, get your one-liner ready, and this time it better be good.
Okay.
Okay, what's your one-liner?
What kind
You
of?
also are
What
dead.
kind of? This is a laser gun, right?
Yep.
I'll see you laser, bug man.
Jesus.
Such bad one-liners.
Kuzon, that
Hang on.
sucked! And I take
That
cover
was
from the
really
blast.
funny.
Honestly, improvement.
So
I
as
see what
you
you did there because you fired a laser, and
So
you
as he's-
said, "See you laser." Very good.
So as he's turned around, about to slash at Aiden again, just suddenly all these streams of red hot beams just boom, 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 all through his body. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just see, and suddenly his head just explodes as his body
Yeah, I
hits the
imagine,
ground. And as he does,
oh boy.
you see the bug beside you, Wayne, just explode on its own. And Aiden, the guy in front of you, just holds his head and drops down, while the other one, the only one who managed to survive the psychic backlash, is just holding his head right now. And it's like,
So this is the only boy that's alive, and it's in no condition to keep fighting.
he is currently stunned. And I suspect that everybody's going to pile on him, so I think we can just end combat there.
Get him.
So he's just on his knees as he's slowly dying. Essentially,
All right, so
Right then. So
just all shoot this guy.
Put a gun
you
to
can
his
just gun him
brain.
down if you want.
Oh, are we making a dog pile there, Thiveron?
Oh, oh, oh.
He immediately left. He just left. Thiveron's gone.
Just like, you know what? Fuck you.
Shit, I actually can't grab my token. Okay.
Did you actually stuff him in the thing?
No, I got him.
So, yes.
Yeah, so time to search, I guess. We're still looking for,
Aiden's gonna sit against the barricade and catch his breath and yell out, "Everyone in one piece? Everyone alright?"
Kuzon's just like on top of the gun, just like, good girl, good girl.
Thiveron kind of limps over to a corner and starts healing himself. Or he just kind of like hops up on this and starts healing himself.
So would you say you have that minigun mounted?
I want the minigun. I know I can't have it, but I want it.
Tell you what, Kuzon, help me find the fucking bomb, disarm it, and I'll get you that minigun.
Well, they were trying to get into these doors.
What kind of kinds? Oh, sorry, let me talk over you there.
Oh no, I was just Brian is gonna be searching through all of the boxes in this area now.
Don't worry, I will make sure to
Just every time.
gather up the loot if you want to do that.
Sure.
So, yes, what are you going to be doing otherwise, searching through boxes?
I want to inspect this door. So they've been trying to physically wrench it open. I'll take a look. I'll pull out my laser drill and see if I can figure out some kind of access on this one.
Do you want to roll?
This door, I can open door. Doors are easy. Doors are easy. And she's gonna knock on it. I don't know if you want to finish this action first, though.
He's basically trying a hack with his face, so you can take an action yourself as well, if you want.
Yeah, she has no idea what he's doing, so she's just gonna go ahead and where is the button?
So as Kuzon, you're like, I'm going in, I'm going past for security, I'm going past, and all you see is like ding ding, and it's like the door, almost as if it's like someone polite, and then it slowly starts to open.
What? Wait, what does it look like you did?
Looks like she knocked on the door.
Kuzon Kuzon just like narrow eye like scowl.
I mean, it does a door. You just knock and it opens.
Oh no, you're in the right. Kuzon's just like just annoyed. He's just like, oh, I get it's one of those knock locks now, huh? Like what is the world we live in?
So, essentially, as you look inside, you see a body laying across the ground.
Does it look like it was killed like by force, or does it look like it's just...
You notice something in its back. It seems like 3 spines dug into its back.
Oh, another one of these.
Anything that might indicate where the if there's a bomb around here? We're still looking for it after all.
You can head. Are you gonna head inside?
Yeah.
I mean, we I think
Okay.
we don't even have a lot of time to like catch our breath.
Yeah.
If you're heading inside, essentially, as you walk inside, you see this dark, mysterious area which you can easily turn on the lights, and as you do, you see people doing the everyday things. Some are at tables that apparently they were eating, but again, they were killed. Some look like they had their throats cut. Others look like they were shot with the spines. Others are have burn marks across their chest, but they all seem to originate from the same general feel. And as you get to the center of a small area, you see this large console. It's patched together through different sort of systems. It seems to be on.
Kuzon, take a look.
Get me in there. So it's like a terminal that's there?
Yes. As you reach the terminal, you find it unlocked. And the first few pages that are on there, you see apparently it lists the members. And as you go down them, you notice that the person who is slumped over the console, well, the side of the console, was the leader of this group.
Oh,
And it
so
lists one other person of interest. She looks awfully familiar to those of you who have seen her. Thiveron's sister is marked down there as head researcher.
Like, for awkward timing's sake, Thiveron walks over to Kuzon. What did you find?
It's and like I kind of look at Bryn, and I'll use, so like when I say it, because like Kuzon, doesn't want to say it in front of somebody that they don't quite know yet, but I'll use my telepathic message spell and just be like, so telepathically Kuzon's gonna say it's your sister, but with his mouth he's gonna say it's like, there's some woman here that seems to be involved in the research. Like he's intentionally giving you two different messages for the fact that somebody you're not familiar with is in this conversation. He's trying to be respectful of that.
Alright, so you're telling him telepathically, but telling everybody else it's somebody else, but obviously everybody else knows, sort of.
Yeah.
Kuzon.
Sorry, Brian, but Kuzon doesn't want to pass around other people's like family laundry. He's just intentionally kind of being obscure.
He responds to you telepathically, telling you that that's a sick joke.
If you want to dig a bit deeper, essentially, apparently, Thiveron's sister had worked here on what's known as a biocide virus. A biocide is normally a poison. However, this looks like it was designed as a sort of disease to spread throughout the population. And apparently they were ordering materials from a company known as... How do you pronounce it again, Bryn?
Oh, the Reed Foundation.
Reed, there you go. We're ordering materials from the Reed Foundation in order to achieve this. And as they were ordering this and she was making the device, apparently she moved up in the ranks because they trusted her.
Is any of this said aloud? Is all of this said aloud? Or
It's right there on the giant screen.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'll pass the information contained into the terminal to Thiveron's like modified communicator device. It's like you can look over everything yourself if you like.
He drops his spear on the ground and goes back into the other room and just listens to it.
However, before you head back into the other room, Thiveron, as you probably absorbed the information and the like, you do hear a small bleep 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 from the console as somebody seems to be calling.
Kuzon?
Who is it? Can I tell the source of it before answering the phone?
It has the name Head Researcher as the caller ID.
Oh. I'll answer the phone.
Wait, before you answer, make sure they can't see us. If this thing has a camera, turn it off.
Yeah. I'll just take like a bit of the tape, the ion tape, and I'll check for a camera and cover it.
Okay. But the other person on the other side doesn't do the same. As on the other side, it's Thiveron's sister, in the same hospital that you left her at. And you see her packing away what appears to be arms of different degrees of degradation. You see her packing it away and going, I do not know if you were there or if they had finally broken through, but once I detected the entry, I had hoped.
Thiveron, upon hearing her voice, steps forward and says, Alaria, what have you done?
Ah, yes. I suspect you looked on the console. I didn't have time to wipe it before I left.
There were innocent people, Alaria.
That is true, but I needed these people.
For what?
She's still packing away before looking at one of the arms. What they were trying to make was retroactively devised by the Swarm. They had useful resources. Along with the company, they somehow got to help them. And I thought I could help so many if I could just use this. The biocide disease that I designed isn't so horrible. It's not self-replicating. Whatever parts of it are within the body, it will stay there and eventually be fought back. This is because I designed it so it could be easily retrofitted to fight the Swarm. Imagine a self-replicating virus capable of wiping out entire legions of them.
You still kill
I mean,
people, Alaria.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea, but like at what cost?
There would have been no cost. Nobody has died. Well, I'm sure somebody has died, but my point being, nothing would have happened if those two hadn't escaped the prototype. I'd almost finished wiping them all out. But then those two took it away, deciding to try and set it off. One of the idiots died, and I was able to kill the other myself. And you can see her gesture towards her arm, like gesture of her arm for a bit, and you see the small spine come out the side of her wrist, and then she retracts it.
Wait, so are you the one controlling the bugs that were outside?
No. They were the last remnants of whatever cell this was.
You seem
You
awfully
wiping
busy
them out as
packing
well.
your bags. You realize one call when you're not getting off this station, right?
I think one call, and I will disappear, but not in the way you're hoping.
Listen, I don't really. So, is there no bomb here? Was this all false pretenses just to give you time?
I never said there was a bomb. You assumed there was a bomb. The bomb had already been taken here and set off. They were probably going to be doing something if I hadn't killed them, and the remnants would probably have achieved something there as well. You did well cleaning them up, and I apologize for, well, this. It's my own carelessness that caused this outbreak. But
I
for
want to
your
sense
greater good.
motive on her, specifically when she says that nobody's died over this.
Okay, go ahead. You can tell that she is unsure. While you clearly saw her, like, helping people and making sure that she got the virus back to her, she doesn't know if somebody really weak may have died from this outbreak.
Okay. Well, Thiveron thinks that she's at least true about trying to clean up her mess. He says, "Come to the theater. Help us figure out what these bugs were doing here."
I said, making the biocide disease.
Sorry to interrupt, but I was just wondering if maybe perhaps you seem to be very informative and well informed and know lots of things. If you know anything about this Reed Foundation that you might impart.
I will send what I know of our well, suppliers, you might as well do with what you desire with what information I have. Send it to the authorities if you desire.
Thank much appreciated. Beautiful lady.
Thank you. And you can see that she has, like, now finished up packing. She has the crate.
We still have to catch up. When you're done, find us.
You can sense the surprise in her voice, like, you still want to meet me? After what I've done?
Hard things need to be done, Alaria. I accept that sometimes. Doesn't mean that I agree with your actions. But we do still have a father to find. You owe me that much at least.
Everybody else can see the unsureness on screen of this woman. She doesn't look so sure, but she's looking up. So be it. I will arrive there when I can, but I must first make this virus inert. And, of course, to you, Aiden, I believe, I wouldn't really call on any authorities to come after me. After all, you wouldn't want the government to get a hold of a virus capable of hurting people, would you?
Aiden says nothing. You see that halfway through that conversation he stopped paying attention and he looks a bit dazed and disoriented.
She's looking through, like, she can't look through the camera.
Aiden, I guess.
Then don't answer me, but I will bid you all farewell. Oh, you may take whatever you desire from the complex. It may take a bit of legwork, but I'm sure that one of you with the proper resources could get some people in there to claim the items. For now, enjoy the festival. And with that, she turns off her screen.
Prava's just like standing there, stock still, confused still that what the just happened.
Well, that went well.
What's this corporation? What's going on? Okay, everybody stop. Everybody, what was your goal here? We were here to find a bomb that's apparently not here. You're here to find some company? Is that...
I was looking for an item that was taken from my planet. It's not hard to put together by this Reed Foundation. They're not good guys. Definitely suspicious characters, not to be trusted. And so it's not good that they. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, that they would be working on a biocide weapon.
Yeah, a racially selective biocide weapon, which all kinds of fun there. So we just got played, right? That's what we got played real hard by your sister, and then you invited her over for lunch afterwards? Was that the gist of that conversation?
I don't like it either, Prava, but she does have at least one obligation to me that she needs to fulfill. She's already gone down a path I tried to steer her clear from.
Thiveron. Aiden slowly turns around. You see that he is at this point sweating profusely. I don't think your bubble worked. And as he says that, he collapses.
Thiveron scrambles over and casts a cantrip. Yeah.
If you can determine that, yes, he seems to be infected.
I'll ring out to the car and order the walker come out here. Like
okay. Well, to determine exactly what it is, I can take a life science check at DC 20.
You can go ahead.
Yeah. Nope.
True, but from the symptoms alone, since you've read them, he has gotten the biocide virus.
We should return to the hospital, see if she left behind any treatments.
Wait, you can't. The city is crawling with people. You have to isolate me first.
Me and Aiden are on the same page, probably for the first time ever. Let's not bring this vector for infection out until.
I'll go into the refrigerator and I'll empty it out and kind of repurpose that box as like a container to seal Aiden and like the virus into it.
Well, this is where they're doing all the research and stuff, right? So I'll look through the computer and terminals to see if there's any records of an antidote of any kind.
Well, roll for me. Roll me computers because basically you're
Okay.
searching. Given that the person who made it was also fleshy and many of the people were also made out of flesh and not full on swarm, it seems like they had some sort of, well, something that blocks it essentially from causing any more damage. It's not exactly a cure, but given the words that she said before, it will eventually die out anyway. If you can find something that will basically block it off, then it will die without any trouble. So it's possible that it's here, in a research room.
So we look for thing. It seems like there is something that we might find here that can put a blocker so that he does not get worse than he is now. It should be in some kind of vial, a syringe. I am assuming if you would like to help me search.
Yeah, Thiveron is going to aid her. I guess he's just gonna look himself. My perception's probably better? Question mark?
You
Yeah.
can perceive.
Okay, Thiveron's going to start frantically searching for something.
If you want to give him aid, you can also roll perception. So that is 21.
Yeah.
And eventually you do find the blockers. Essentially, this will stop infection from spreading and stop it from getting too much worse. You also find notes that apparently indicate that, well, this was meant to be a temporary measure according to the boss, because it's like, what's the point in viruses if there's a cure? You want to wipe them out. But she convinced them that, well, we need one in case you guys get sick for now, and I'll, write it out later. She obviously never did intend to. As there's plenty of the vials here.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So, do you guys want me to administer it? I could do a medicine check. I don't know if there's who the medic of the group
We
is.
have a medic now. Kuzon was kind of like our emergency medic, but he wasn't great. So please, by all
I don't
means.
know if I'm gonna be much better.
Kuzon's whole flavor is that he knows a bit about medicine because he had to build and graft his metal arm onto his body himself when he lost it.
I see.
I can help you out. If you're doing a medicine check, I can help you out.
Oh, wasn't bad. Oh, that was much better.
Yeah, I have like a plus 11 to medicine. So it's
Okay then. So essentially, as you go up to him, the air injector, stab it into his neck. Aiden, you don't feel any better, but you don't feel like you're about to pass out anymore.
Honestly, I've had worse hangovers. But at least there was liquor and girls involved. He tries to make a weak joke as he's slowly getting up.
Thiveron taps his spear on the ground next to you while you're still in the process of getting up, and he says, "That's my sister you're talking about."
I wasn't talking about her, but whatever. Aiden slowly gets back up to his feet. So what the hell did you guys put in me? Am I gonna be fine?
Eventually, it's a blocker, so you shouldn't get worse. and she said it doesn't replicate, so it will die out eventually on its own. And I don't think you're now not a spreader, so you should be fine. She's rifling through the notes frantically, like double checking all of her information. Yeah. See, right here. You should be fine. Don't worry.
So,
The
Assuming-
untested note behind.
assuming we can trust this drug, I shouldn't infect anybody else.
It would seem that way. Were there other people that were sick? We might want to take these to them too.
Thiveron,
Yeah,
you think
we
we have enough for the entire sector?
Well,
It's not that many people.
yeah,
A
she
few
was
hundred.
treating people there in the sector, so like hopefully she's already administered some.
I don't know. That woman seemed informative, but also very suspicious. She's like, "Yes, I will cure people, but also kill lots of people." It was very, very suspicious.
Yeah, very mixed messaging.
Yes. I have in my notes. At first, I was like, "Oh, she bad." Wait, no, never mind. Might be good.
Thiveron, I know we're talking about your sister, but I think it's about time we get the authorities involved. If nothing else, we need to let them know about this possible cure for that condition so the authorities can spread it in the sector and open it up. They might be able to save those people if they use this stuff.
I agree. They do need to. If she wants to not be found, then I doubt they would be able to find her to begin with.
Listen, there's gonna be a lot of questioning done, so tell you what, why don't I call in a favor with Mo? He's got some connections. I'll give him the bare bones details of this stuff and where he can find them, and he can contact the authority and leave our names out of it. How's that sound?
Thiveron nods.
Let's also see if he can get any information on that company. I don't like that there's a group going around funding whatever fanaticals, go looking for material.
Sounds good. I guess we're in agreement then, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna call Mo and I'm gonna put him on loudspeaker so everybody can talk with him. Come on, Mo, pick up.
You hear the phone pick up.
Hey, Mo, it's Aiden. Something came up. I'm gonna need a favor.
Always calling back. It was always the same with him. However, Mo just couldn't resist helping.
Good. We're in the theater. Some stuff went down in the basement related to some bioweapon and weird chemicals. Look, I'm not an expert in this stuff, but we think we may have stumbled into something that might help cure whatever's ailing the people in the quarantined sector. We want our names out of it, though, so we were hoping you could alert the right authorities, keep it on the hush-hush. We don't need to alarm the entire station of what's happening here.
Huh. He always did bring trouble. But Mo liked this kind of trouble. Always helped people. He'd be there soon. And he hopes that he was safe.
One more thing, since we're probably not gonna be here when you arrive. We run into a name. I think it's called the Reed Company, Reed Foundation. Something like that. Ring any bells?
Mo didn't know this name, but you would have to look it up. Perhaps this would lead to something bigger.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it if you look into it and let us know what you find.
He bid the troublemaker farewell. Hope they see each other again soon.
See ya, Mo. Stay out of trouble.
And with that, the phone clicks down.
Wait, hold on. That was an interesting. He spoke. Was he speaking, or was he speaking for someone? I was very confused.
Out of character, he's a private detective that loves speaking third person like he's in a noir movie, and it's the best thing ever.
I was like, wait, that's not actually Mo. What?
Ash, show her the picture. Show her the picture.
Oh yeah, hang on, I'll show you. Oh god.
We should also maybe like stop for a second and like describe our characters to the new person, because like she'd be able to notice Kuzon's metal arm and like Prava's everything.
I promised we can talk the details over a drink once we're out of this mess, so why don't we get the fuck out of here and we can get to know each other better.
Everything is better with booze.
Look at that absolute mad lad, thinking he's in a noir movie.
I always loved how he it looks like he literally took like a knife and etched the smiley face into his head, and when he could have just.
Oh. That's cool.
He's religious too.
Well, if there's
religious
no bomb,
robot.
perhaps we should hurry up, get what we can, and get out of here before the police show up.
If you want, Aiden, essentially you could quickly order some of your people to come in and grab the items.
Yeah, I kind of forgot to mention, but at the beginning I did leave a few people on standby just in case, so I'm gonna tell them to swoop in and grab a couple of things and get out.
I'm eventually doing this for everybody's benefit,
Yeah.
so everybody can have some RP time.
Yeah.
So we don't go through the items, and I'll do that later,
Yeah,
don't
we
worry.
can do that later. So yeah, we can just basically bail right now.
So, as you guys are starting to move out of the area, you just see some ragtag group of soldiers coming on in, giving everybody a nod. It's like, hey, like hits each of you on the shoulder. One of them goes, "Hey, boss, how you doing?"
I've been better. Make it quick. We might have some pigs coming in a few minutes.
He nods and he looks down to Kuzon and offers out a fist bump. It's like, "Hey, little boss."
I'll bump him with my metal arm.
Hell was
He
that
gives
about?
a nod and a thumbs up. Huh?
You muscling in on my boys, Kuzon? What's up with that? I'm the
Respect
only
them.
boss around here. He's just joking.
And with that, he heads on up.
Wait, that
That
was
is-
sorry, that was Bro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bro's work. Me and Bro worked together for days on my spaceship. Like we know each other.
But I'm still the only
Yeah,
boss
Pro
around here,
9.
Kuzon. Don't you get any ideas? Pro 9's my bro.
You can't have a more intimate relationship than between an engineer and a robot, okay? Like, don't even try to compete with that, Aiden.
Exactly. So you get out and you see the festival still in full swing. It seems like the Museum of Magical Wondrous Artifacts is going to open up soon for the public. You see that the line somewhat dissipated since they found out the festival's going to be here for a few days, so not all rushing anymore.
I guess we're here anyway, and the threat is gone, so we might as well play around, right?
You see that Aiden, even though he got injected, he's still not looking that good.
I'm sure that one of you has something to help with his fatigue, but the thing is,
yes, I have something to help with fatigue. More
feed him bugs?
fatigue. No.
So, essentially, yes. I love how Prava went immediately from like serious and annoyed at the situation to, well, we get to play around.
Typical Prava.
It's like all serious, battle ready, and annoyed at the situation. Then, oh, pretty lights.
Listen, there's a museum of magical bullshit, not 5 feet that way, alright? How can I focus on the bad in the world?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of stuff around. Like you can see the different magical things already walking the streets. There seems to be a small parade going on in the background. Of course, you can explore all this. Probably maybe next session or so, or you can go and see some things now as you're talking, get some booze.
That sounds all well and good, but I think some proper introductions are in order. And I look towards our new companion.
That's a good idea. So you can quickly go to a small sidebar to sit down and talk with each other if you want. Introductions and all that.
She seems very distracted by all of the lights and things. May have wandered off a couple steps. There's like
Oh no, there's two of them.
on stilts, and she's just like, "Ooh, what are you?"
Oh, great, another Prava.
Prava's holding a cell phone in one hand, and then there's like a little metallic being on his opposite shoulder also holding up a phone, and they're both taking pictures in different directions.
There's two of them now, and I get distracted by things. Oh no.
Brian sees your little metal companion is like, what is this? And starts poking. Who are you? Hello, introducing herself.
Symbiote, do the thing I showed you. Introduce yourself. You know.
The symbiote wavers a little bit before giving it tips the phone a little, almost like bowing. It seems to shimmer and crawl along his arm.
Oh, hello. Nice to, and she bows back.
We found a whole bunch of these guys in a meteor out in the middle of the space, and we're bringing them to the Pact World to introduce them to society. This is their first little what's the word? Ambassador.
Oh, that is very nice. You guys seem like very good people.
Yeah. Mayhaps you heard of us. We're the crew of the Perseverance. My name is Prava. Over there is Aiden. Little guy here is Kuzon. And Doggo is Thiveron.
Kuzon will offer his metal arm and be like, pleasure's all mine.
She starts shaking your hand way too enthusiastically.
Kuzon will get shucking around for a moment, and then you'll just hear a pop as he lets his arm come off, and you're just shaking his arm.
Oh, that is nifty feature.
Oh, I didn't know a quick release like that. That's super useful.
I'll just I'll just pluck it off and then stick it back on, and everyone's like, well, I shed my tail, so I thought it'd also be a good idea to be able to shed my arm.
That's lizard logic for you.
But I'll stick the arm back on just with I got my arm crushed off by a giant industrial-sized drill.
And now that drill is his arm.
Yeah, so it's Mark Kuzon's backstory is he got so mad at the piece of equipment that crushed his arm that he tore it apart and used all the parts from it to build his arm back.
I mean, that is one way to get this. There's not many ways to get back at the machine, but I am glad that you've been able to overcome such a traumatic experience, my boy.
Listen, you mentioned your name's Bryn. Don't take this the wrong way or anything, but you don't seem like you're the type of person that really plans ahead. You mentioned you're here because you were looking for something that was stolen from your planet. How exactly did you get past Absalon security? No offense, but you look pretty shady.
Me? No, I am not shady. No, I came with a. I definitely did not steal aboard any kind of ship.
It's okay. You don't have to lie with us. We've smuggled so much stuff into this station. We could have just as easily been the ones smuggling you in here.
Speaking of which, you did pretty well back there. You sure can handle yourself in a fight.
Oh, thank you. You should see the size of the bugs on my world. You are hungry, you have to fight for dinner.
Ah, Aiden relates he nods his head as he came from Fraxus. Bugs are big there.
Speaking of, and she turns over to Prava and is like, you don't happen to have any, detachable limbs that grow back? Because not to be offensive, but you look delicious.
I don't know if I should be saying thank you or if I should be back. No, all of me is very much required. I do have an extra pair of arms, but I plan to make use of those someday. Yeah, no, everything on me, staying on me.
Oh, okay, I just because you're scrumptious.
I tell her it's like I was thinking about it's like I've already proposed to Prava the idea of using some of his flesh and trying to find some way to incorporate it into a nuclear reactor. But he shut that plan down very quickly.
By the way,
Oh, I
Aiden,
can't imagine why. That's a really good idea.
Aiden completely misjudges the situation. He leans over towards Prava and whispers to him, "Hey, I think she likes you. Come on, man, this might be your chance."
I think she likes me with like salt and pepper, not the way you're thinking.
I'll just be like, I'm trying to come up with the name of a, it's like, I'll just look to, or if you're at a bar or whatever, I'll check out the menu. Is there any, I want to order like a bug burger or something made of stuff that Kuzon would have had back in Aki time.
Do you just like take like the pulpy bit in the inside, or do you like grind up the chitin? Like, how does a bug burger?
It'd be like a lobster burger where you just remove the shell and then the fleshy bits inside, right?
It's like
Yeah, but
lobster.
like the texture of the inside of a bug and the texture of the inside of a lobster are very different.
Oh,
So
yeah,
just
you
do like
know
a
something
soupy
about that,
goopy-
Prava.
Yeah, you just mix it around with some grains, you know, you make it solid.
Well, yeah, I guess if you floured it up enough, anything can be.
The guy at the bar that you're all sitting at is explaining it. It's like, yeah, what you do is first is you put in some grain, you make sure
I'll make
it's
that.
all...
I'll make that an order for 2.
Oh, sure. Don't worry, it's not sharing. He jokes with Prava before going off.
Prava just looks sickened through this whole process.
Since we're sitting down finally, Aiden just slumps over on the bar and says, "Barkeep, whiskey, double, hold the ice."
Understood.
I'm giving Prava a knowing side eye the whole time.
No,
Every
but Aiden, you should drink water. Whiskey is not good for you in sick condition. Hydration, my boy.
Don't worry
Then
about
you
it.
drink the whiskey.
After a day like
Come on.
today, I need something a bit more sturdy. It's been a long day.
Kuzon will ask. It's like, so Bryn, like, what were you doing back there? What's your deal? What are you about?
Okay. Well, you seem like a trustworthy sort. I have met many people who are not that way. They take advantage of those who they think are weaker. And you guys, I mean, from what I've seen, what I've heard, you seem as the people who kind of stand up for those who are, you know, downtrodden, you would say. But something has been taken from my planet. I said it was of no significance. It was just called, it's a lie. It powers my whole planet. Without it, everybody on it is going to die. But it is like a super power source. And if I don't get it back, we don't know exactly how much longer the planet can live without it.
Wait,
But
hold on. Are you saying this company literally stole your, well, basically your planet's core or something?
yeah, essentially. That's why I need to track them down.
Yeah, this sounds like of the critical importance. What are we doing sitting here talking?
It's well, planets, they are big. Fortunately, it has some energy still stored up. We have been working through centuries, generations with pretty much like batteries made from the source. That's what's helping us keep going. That's why it didn't just implode instantly. I was very concerned when we found out it was missing. We were like, that's it. The end of our days are here. Everybody was preparing to, Armageddon all over. We were all ready to die. So many, oh my gosh. Carnival from down the lane confessed to all of his.
By the way, she's freaking out. Barkeep, another double whiskey. Give it to her. I think she needs it.
Yes, thank you.
So wait, what planet are you from then? Where is this?
It is out of the Pact World. Not many people have heard of it. We don't get a lot of traffic. We hardly even have a spaceport. But I remember that it is Kaber. I had to look. I didn't have to look it up. It is outside of the Pact World, so we don't have the protection that many of the other planets have with with the army and the militias. We're just, out in the bog, in the swamp. But then every once in a while we get visits from out of town. It's very rare. When we had the visits from the Reed Foundation, scientists that were just researchers. They wanted to see, they had heard about, because we use a little bit of a different energy source than most people. It's that we take from the core of our planet. It's these crystal energy batteries that we use to power our technology, our weapons. And they had found out about it, and they were very fancy, came with all these new bits and bobs we had never seen before, enriched the community, and we trusted them. We took them to the source, and they took advantage of our hospitality and stole it. So ever since then, my mother, she is the head of our clan. She sent me out since the last guy who left, he did not make it out of the star system. He was never heard from again. But I am the most trustworthy person on the planet, so they sent me to go look for it, to go get our planet back.
Wait, does that mean that you're the princess of your planet?
Yeah, essentially, I guess. We don't really have those fancy titles.
And they send you here without any protection?
No, I am the strongest person on my planet. Who is gonna go with me?
You really are out there, huh? You're quite the unique character, I'll give you that.
You do what you have to do when everything is on the line. You can't just sit back and watch when you have the power to change something.
Hey, I can drink to that. And he downs his drink.
Prava grabs your hand when you said that, and it's like, I know, when you're burdened with power, you gotta find a use for it. I understand.
Yes, I'm glad I could see that in your faces.
You see, when Prava says that, Aiden has a poker face and he looks towards Bryn and says, believe it or not, he's not the power crazy one, and his eyes wander towards Kuzon.
Imagine Kuzon was fiddling with a gun, with his laser rifle or something. He just has it out on the table, fiddling with the circuit, and he looks up and he's like, what?
And Aiden just quietly downs his drink again.
But yeah, that's basically.
So, Bryn, since you're alone and you didn't seem like you've made any preparations, you got some place to stay until Mo gets back to us with some info?
No, I had found some cardboard, a good place, secluded place. It had a good little swamp lake. It was lovely.
Swamp lake?
Besides that,
I
don't know where on Absalom you would find a.
it was like a drainage pool. It was
Okay, that's enough out of that. Aiden takes out a business card from his pocket and he slides it on the table next to you. It's basically a card for private military company called Zero Risk Security, and Aiden's name is both the CEO of it. There's an address on the back. Just show them the card and they'll give you a room for a couple of days, no questions asked. You did good down there. This is the least I can do for you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And she tucks it away into. You notice her slicker has like 8 billion pockets on it. She tucks it away into one of the pockets.
Yeah, it looks like the trail has gone cold for now, but as soon as Mo gets back to us, we should definitely look into this company. It looks shady as hell.
Yeah, if you'd like to work with us on this, it sounds like we got a little bit of overlap here. We can't let a company like this operate in the Pact Worlds, and it sounds like they're even doing worse outside of the Pact World borders.
I honestly, after what we faced today, would appreciate all the help I could get. It is a big world out here, and I don't know if I myself can face it alone. I have grown to realize the more I have ventured outwards.
Yeah, even when you're the strongest person on your planet, the galaxy's a much bigger place.
Big fish, small pond. Suddenly, small fish, big pond.
Don't worry, it's not that bad. I mean, we've wrestled and tumbled with quite a few creatures in our adventures. I'm sure working together there's nothing we can't handle. Aiden tempts fate.
The next encounter will be impossible.
I like how Thiveron's probably sulking at the bar.
Aiden's just
Shit.
He found a whole pizza somewhere.
Aiden's
It's
just
like-
tempting fate, and in the background, Thiveron's just sweating because he's looking into the future like a fever dream. What's gonna happen to us?
He has finished the entire pizza. And he walks over to you and he says, "It is a shame when one civilization interferes with another, pushing them from their fated courses. We will help you, but I do have things to deal with first."
Thiveron, you gonna be alright?
As you say that, he pulls a second pizza out. I was just talking about this pizza.
Oh, right.
Yes, I'll be alright.
By the way, while everybody's talking, Aiden contacts Murana back at base and says, Murana, we might have another visitor, and I was thinking pizza tonight. Make sure to order, and then he looks towards Thiveron. Make sure to order extra pizza, you know?
He holds up, like, 2 fingers.
2 extra pizzas, okay?
He nods in approval.
She goes, yes, okay, I will. I'll make sure.
Yeah, and enjoy the festival, I guess.
You're not gonna join it?
Maybe later. Right now, I think I'm gonna get piss drunk.
Well, fair enough. But I suggest you do enjoy the festival while you can. I
Don't
mean-
worry, it's not going anywhere. It will be here for a few days, right? Speaking of
I
which, how are the
suppose so,
kids?
yes.
They alright? They enjoying themselves?
Yes, they're having a lot of fun.
Good. You have fun too, alright?
I will. Look out yourself, Aiden. And
Sure.
with that, she hangs up, and if there's anything anyone else wishes to do, if not, then we could end off here for today.